Hi, this is Mick Holly, and today's video I'd like to talk to you about a book I read a long time ago. It's called How to Sell Anything to Anybody by Joe Girard. Now, Joe Girard, according to the Guinness Book of Records, was the world's greatest salesperson, and during his 15-year career he sold 13,001 cars. Absolutely amazing that he could do that. And he had a very simple philosophy, very simple secret around sales. So when he became a car salesman, he realized that he went to the car dealership. You know, you'd have to wait for somebody to come in through the doors, and when they didn't ask for another salesman, you know, every 2 or 3 were passed out to him, and he was given an opportunity to talk to them. Hey, this is Mick Holly, and today I'd like to talk to you about Joe Girard. I read his book many years ago. It's called How to Sell Anything to Anybody. And he was the world's greatest car salesperson. He sold 13,001 cars, 13,000 cars. And he had a very, very simple philosophy. Because what he would do, he would call people up and say, are you in the market for a car? No, I'm not. Well, how often do you buy a car? When do you think you might be buying cars? So he had a little bit of intelligence of when people would buy cars. And when people did come in from him, they never forgot Joe. And so once he'd started to build his list of people, every month he would send them a card, like a handwritten note. So in January he'd say, Happy New Year, your friend Joe Girard. If you ever need a car, here I am, at the Chevy dealership. In February, Happy Valentine's Day from Joe Girard. In March, Happy Easter. Then it was, Happy St. Patrick's Day. And, 1 month would be Happy Birthday. And it would be all the way through to Happy Christmas. And so every month they'd be getting this personal note and card from Joe Girard. And you know what? When you suddenly thought, I think I'm in the market for buying a new car, who is the first person that they thought of? Exactly, Joe Girard. So he created an intimate connection with his potential buyers and invested in those relationships. And he gave something of value every month. Now, you think, maybe this was 25, 30 years ago, you think with all of the modern technology around CRMs and technology that we would have mastered it and we'd be able to have a great relationship with your car salesperson, your car dealership. I do get regular mail from the dealerships, but they're always trying to sell me something. It's, we notice your factory warranty is going to expire. Here's our offer. We'd like to buy back your car. Here's our offer. Come into the dealership. Nowhere do they call up when I go to the dealership and have a service. I've got a particular problem. There's some knocking in the car. So, they service it. You get the car back. The mechanic doesn't call, or the salesperson doesn't call and say, Mr. Holly, we did attend to that knock. We did these things. Hopefully it should be purring like a kitten now. That's a great follow-up to that call and taking advantage of that. But you don't get any of those calls. In fact, when I go into the dealership, I've never met the same person twice. Apart from one dealership, the local Subaru dealership in South Charlotte here did recognize me and my son when we went to get a vehicle, and he knew us. We hadn't made an appointment. He was very, very impressive. But in the main, they don't do that. So what does it mean for us? Well, what it means is, I know how difficult it is to try and get new business. You pick up the phone, you try and create a list, and you start cold calling people. It's agonizing. So here's what you need to do. You need to decide who your target audience is going to be. Pick a segment, pick a particular type of business, and make sure you own that business. Create that list, get their emails, that's easy enough to do. And then every week, send them something of value. So for example, I've been doing a lot of work with commercial flooring contractors, and what I decided to do was to send an email every week to the owners of those businesses. And for 52 weeks, I sent out these emails religiously. And then, what started coming in were inbound calls. Hey, Mick, we love your emails. You know exactly about our business. You talk about the problems. It's as if you're sitting right here with me. And I've had 4 clients come to me. I've never spoken to them at all, ever, on the phone, say, we want to work with you. So think about sending something on a consistent basis over a period of time to your audience. You'll build that relationship, and it will enable you, even if you do have to pick up the phone and call them, they'll at least know who you are, and they'll take the call as opposed to letting you go to voicemail. So hope those tips from Joe Girard work. Send some personal notes, send something every week, every month, and I guarantee those relationships will deepen and business will come your way.